My alien friend gave me a slave girl. But what I did next shocked everyone. The night sky was alive with stars. Among them, a small spaceship hovered silently above the city. Michael, a young scientist, had always believed in life beyond Earth, but nothing had prepared him for what happened that evening. He stood on his balcony, staring at the glowing ship. Then, with a sudden flash, a figure appeared before him. It was Xylo, his alien friend, whom he had met years ago during a secret research project. Xylo had always been strange but kind. Tonight, though, he looked unusually serious. "Michael," Xylo said, his voice echoing in Michael's mind rather than in the air. "I bring you a gift, and a test." Before Michael could ask what he meant, a young woman appeared behind Xylo. Her eyes were wide with fear, and she wore clothes that seemed from another world. She looked around, trembling. "This is Lyra," Xylo explained. "She is a slave. But her freedom is yours to grant or refuse." Michael froze. A mix of shock and curiosity washed over him. He had never imagined owning anything like this, especially not a human or someone from another planet. Yet, he sensed that the situation was more than it seemed. "Why me?" Michael asked, his voice shaking. "Because," Xylo said, "your choices define humanity. You can show compassion, or you can fail it. The universe watches." The words sent chills down Michael's spine. He looked at Lyra. She lowered her gaze, uncertain whether to hope or despair. "Hook, first 1 to 2 minutes for video." Michael realized that in this moment, he was not just facing a simple choice. The fate of Lyra, and possibly the respect of his alien friend, hung on his actions. Would he treat her as property? Or would he risk everything to set her free? The tension was unbearable. Michael decided to start slowly. He spoke to her gently, asking her name and where she came from. Lyra explained in broken English that she had been captured by a warlord from her planet. Xylo had rescued her, but because of an ancient law, she had to serve her rescuer until freed by another being. That being, apparently, was Michael. Michael thought carefully. He knew that many humans would see this as power, but he didn't want to make a mistake. He wanted to act wisely and morally. He started by giving Lyra food, something she had not eaten properly in years. Her eyes lit up with a simple kindness. She smiled faintly, the first sign of hope. But then things got complicated. Xylo warned Michael that Lyra's former captors were searching for her. "They will come soon," Xylo said. "You must decide what to do before they arrive." Suddenly, alarms blared outside. Strange ships were descending from the sky. Michael realized that time was running out. He had to act fast. He thought about hiding her, but he also knew he needed a plan that would ensure her permanent freedom. And then he had an idea, a bold, risky idea. He went to his lab and began building a device he had never tested before. Lyra watched him, fear and curiosity in her eyes. Michael explained, "This device will mask your presence. They won't find you. But it will also prove that you belong to no one but yourself." As Michael worked, Xylo observed silently. The tension in the room was so thick it could be cut with a knife. Every second felt like an hour. Finally, the device was ready. Michael activated it. Lyra disappeared from sight, but she could still hear and follow Michael's voice. Her first laugh in years escaped her lips. But the danger was not over. The enemy ships landed, and armed figures entered Michael's city. They were searching for Lyra. Michael knew he had only one chance to outsmart them. Using his knowledge of science and engineering, he set traps and created illusions that confused the invaders. Lights flashed, doors slammed shut, and mechanical devices moved on their own, making the intruders believe they were surrounded by powerful defenders. Meanwhile, Lyra quietly navigated through the chaos, following Michael's voice. She was amazed at how quickly and cleverly he solved problems. Finally, after hours of careful planning and tense moments, the intruders gave up. They retreated into the night, their ships disappearing into the stars. Michael and Lyra were safe for now. Michael turned to her and said, "You are free now. You belong to yourself. Not to me, not to anyone else. Tears filled Lyra's eyes. She embraced him, not out of obligation, but out of genuine gratitude. "Thank you," she whispered. Xylo, who had watched the entire ordeal silently, nodded. "You have passed the test, Michael. Humanity still has hope." Michael realized that this night had changed him forever. He had faced a moral challenge, and he had chosen compassion over convenience, bravery over fear. And in doing so, he had gained not just an alien friend's respect, but a deeper understanding of what it meant to be human. The stars above twinkled as if celebrating their victory. Michael, Lyra, and even Xylo knew that this was only the beginning of their journey. There would be more challenges, more enemies, and more decisions that would test them. But tonight, they had proved something important: kindness, courage, and intelligence could overcome even the darkest threats. And as Michael looked at Lyra, he knew that no matter what happened next, they would face the universe together. The story ended with a sense of suspense, leaving the audience wondering what challenges might come next, what other alien laws existed, and how Michael and Lyra's bond would evolve.